Hello, this is day 26, I believe, of this series where I basically bring you guys along with me as I try and improve my life. And so, I feel like over these past few days, or past 2 weeks actually, I've detracted a bit from my original goals that I'd set for myself in these holidays. So I just wanted to make this video today, I guess, to reaffirm my belief that this is what I have to do and that I have to go do it. Because right now I am pretty behind in terms of my academic goals, so the stuff that I wanted to do before the holiday ends, and like my setting of goals in general. Like, I haven't been setting my daily or weekly goals for the past week, and some of that is, I guess, legitimate reasons that I had. For example, that Boxing Day dinner, for which I was away for most of the day, and then during the week as well, I became an Uber driver for like 3 days. So I worked like 11 hours in total for that. So those 2 days, the nights were basically all spent on delivering Uber Eats. And that was a heck of a ride. It was really fun. Stressful at the start, but it was a good experience. And so these past 2 weeks have mainly been just me. And there was the party as well, obviously, as seen from my 3-part trilogy saga, which I hope was entertaining. But anyway, those things kind of made me detract from my original goals of making goals and doing my study as well. So today, I guess I should just say that to my future self, looking back on this, that I'm going to keep going with what I'm currently doing. Not what I'm currently doing, but I want to go back to maybe like the first week of holidays and the productivity I've had. I've had a bit of problems lately with being tired and not really having motivation to do anything. I'm not sure whether that was because, early in the week, not sure if that was because I was working really long hours. So last week I did around 30, so like just short of a full-time job, which I'm obviously not used to. So I did 20 hours of my regular, or was it? Yeah, 20-ish hours of my regular supermarket job, and then it was another 11 hours in total for my Uber Eats. So yeah, basically a full-time job, which was a hell of an experience. But yeah, that week was basically gone and I didn't really do anything, and I didn't really have any motivation to do anything, because it was either work or waiting to do more work. So like, we're in between. Like, I get it now, like why, because I've always wanted my parents to I guess put themselves more out there and go for more opportunities in life, like I wish to do. And so I realized that I wasn't really helping, or it wasn't making an impact, mainly because, like, yeah, now that I've experienced what working long hours feels like, I realize why it's so hard for people to get out of that cycle. Because what happens is you get so tired in between that all you're thinking is the next day and working the next day. So you never actually have time to focus on yourself and focus on your goals and focus on your life. So it mainly becomes just watching TV to try and distract yourself, or like drinking or stuff like that, right? So that's brought me, I guess, a new depth of understanding to like putting yourself out there. And I'm glad that I'm currently still a student, so I still have a lot of the spare time that I do to dream big and be able to go for things that go for things that my parents believe aren't possible for them to do anymore, which is, I don't know, it's kind of sad, but I hope that when I achieve my goal of being a wealthy, independent person, that I'm able to support them as well. So then they're able to also lead good lives and be able to fulfill whatever they've wanted to do as well. Yeah, I always joke around with them that I was a really good investment, and that everything will pay off in the future when I eventually become successful. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I know it will, and I'll definitely make it happen. And so, I don't know, I guess I kind of detracted a bit there from my reaffirming beliefs, but I guess not as well, because you summon motivation from, you can't just, like, I've heard that willpower isn't for, like, you don't need willpower. It's about the motivation, and where you get that motivation is from thinking about something really important to you and thinking about how working towards that goal will help them or help whatever it is you're looking to, whatever it is related to whatever's important to you in the future. So, yeah, I mean, I guess it was successful then, because I'm looking at them now, but yeah, I want them to lead successful, good lives as well, and my older sister as well. And yeah, that's how I'm gonna make that happen is I'm gonna study hard, get into a good uni course, get a good paying job, good finance job, probably is what I'm looking for. And then, and in the meantime, keep building my passive income streams in order for me to eventually be able to just not, to be able to choose whether I want to work or not, and then be able to carry that on to my family as well. So yeah, I guess that's it for this video. I am feeling a tiny bit more motivated after talking about that, but I'm not sure whether that'll be short term or not. I'll make sure I fill you guys in the future as well on how I'm doing with the holiday stuff, because this is the 5th week now, so there's 3 more left, and that is obviously not an ideal amount of time to get the ambitious things that I set for myself out in the first bit, but you know, you have to live with what you've got. I understand that I did kind of procrastinate last week and the week before as well, especially with future career aspects as well. I was looking at what courses I wanted to do in the future, so that was also a factor. And then, yeah, it's hard. It's harder than I thought it would be, honestly, but I'm gonna get through it, and I'll bring you guys along the way. And yeah, I'll probably end this video here now, so then I can read more of my economics textbook. But yeah, today also I wasn't able to do much because I went swimming for the first time in a while, and needless to say, all my entire body kind of hurts. And then, not to mention, I got a calf cramp. Like, I haven't got one of those in ages. Like, yeah, so what a weird place. Like, I don't usually get cramps in anywhere but my feet, and so this was a pretty interesting experience for me. But yeah, I also came back home with a stellar headache. It was really bad, actually. I felt like I was gonna vomit, and that's mainly because of the water swooshing around, right? And so, yeah, and then after that, I got called to work. Obviously, didn't want to deny them, so this was from 3 p.m. to 6:45-ish, so spent another 3.75 hours on my job. So, but I mean, I ended up being okay with it, because you know what? 2 days after Christmas Eve, Christmas, apparently they do penalty rates still. So yeah, I'm lucky today that I am getting paid penalty rates, I think. I'm pretty sure, at least. But yeah, I look forward to working this weekend as well, because I've got New Year's and the day after New Year's, so that's another 10 hours of holiday rates, the $34 an hour, which is probably small by adult standards, but it's definitely a chunk load that I can definitely all just put into my investment portfolio. and also the around $900 that has yet to come from my Uber Eats. So yeah, this has been a pretty successful week in terms of money gathering and experience in terms of social interactions, but not so much in the academics. And that is, in a way to round off this episode, that is what I need to start focusing on for these last 3 weeks. So yeah, I guess if you like this episode, please like. If you liked it even more, then subscribe. And then yeah, that's it. Look forward to the next episode, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.